Hello, welcome to OLT 321, European Literature. My name is Warren Reed, and today we're going to jump into a few details about Lecture 10, which is on Leo Nikolaevich Tolstoy. First, we're going to talk about the significance of Tolstoy. Then we're going to talk about his life a little bit, mention some points about Tolstoyism, and then discuss the place of his short fiction, which we're going to study, Happy Ever After, The Cossacks, and The Death of Ivan Ilyich. The significance of Tolstoy, item 1. Okay, he's a major part of Russian realism. He wrote monster-sized novels that covered so many elements of human experience. For example, there's War and Peace, which, those are huge topics just by themselves put together, and he ends up, with a novel which is more than 1,000 pages, and there's hundreds of characters. However, he does still manage to include important small details of everyday life. So it's not, they don't read like history books, they're very entertaining novels. He believed the role of art was the moral improvement of man. So you see, he wasn't just out to entertain people, he wanted to improve people. He was also a moral and spiritual leader, and he believed in non-resistance and non-violence. In fact, later on we see all the same with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi. So he was an early proponent of those doctrines. And later on, he had many followers, and this was called Tolstoyism, but there's more of that later. He was an average student and a playful young man, and he joined the army and fought in the Crimean War. This experience informed his first novel, The Cossacks, and we have also, battle scenes in War and Peace, which are definitely influenced from those experiences. However, this experience in the army also pushed him towards nonviolence, because he was utterly revolted by the things that he saw and the things that he did during the war. And then he died unhappy and feeling misunderstood, because his doctrines in Tolstoyism led him to do things that basically shocked his friends and family, and you'll see in a moment. Okay, Tolstoyism. After he wrote Anna Karenina, he was really at the height of his fame, but since he wanted to improve mankind, this just writing wasn't just enough. So he started practicing his beliefs. He became a vegetarian because he didn't believe it was good to kill animals. He began preaching his nonviolence and non-resistance. He believed that there was God in every person. So if you killed a person, you were killing God in that person. He also believed it was immoral to own property. And so, this is where he had problems with his family and his friends, because he started giving away and selling everything. And even his profits from his works, he was donating to charity. He started dressing in very simple clothes, even rags, and just living, if you've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, you get a picture that he looked like Gandalf wandering around in a robe with a stick. Anyway, he had many followers, and what he was doing was called Tolstoyism. However, it wasn't, a competing religion. No, he was very strongly Christian. He just believed in a more pure kind of Christianity than what people around him were practicing. Okay, briefly we're going to mention the place of his short fiction that we're going to study. Happy Ever After is about a young woman who, like Emma Bovary, is faced with a romantic crisis. And chronologically, he wrote this before the other two. The Cossacks is about the military campaigns and is based on his experience in the Crimean War. And it also explores questions of ethnocentrism. And we see that the balance of three ethnic groups: the Cossacks, the Russians, and the Chechens. Finally, the later of the three works is The Death of Ivan Ilyich, and it examines the meaning of death as well as explores moral decline. Well, that's it. These are the main points from Lecture 10. Stay tuned while I cook some more and we do Lecture 11. Yeehaw!